Welcome to part 18 of the Sonic Heroes Let's Play. We're now going to be going through Rail Canyon. Thank God, with one of the only few traditional missions in the entire game, at least for Team Chaotic.
This has gotta be Eggman's base. Just the way we like it.
Cool!
Alright, let me take point.
Okay, and I'm not kidding when I say that. This level is just get to the goal the way I like it. Even though it kind of defeats the whole mission, sorry, I can't speak. Even though it kind of defeats the whole purpose of the mission system, but you know what? I can care less about it. Well, not so much in this game. Here the missions are okay, with a few exceptions. It's just that it only got worse in Shadow the Hedgehog, which is ugh. Anyway, however, this with Team Chaotix, this is actually where the rail grinding becomes problematic. That area right there was a little preview of what's gonna happen later down the road, at least in this stage. We're constantly gonna be going on these three rails, and well, let's just say that you're gonna have to do some platforming along with it. I always find it kind of hard when you're trying to get off a rail. Not so much Adventure 2, but in this game definitely. What I mean by that is that sometimes you'll notice that I get stuck on a rail. Oh, I'm trying to get off it, right? Apparently, if you're trying to get off a rail, whatever you do, and I think I may have said this earlier, but don't hold down on the analog stick. Otherwise, you'll just go left or right, and it'll only increase the risk of you getting flung to the left or right, which usually results in an instant death. It's also a good idea for you to stay in the flying formation. And why is it a good idea for you to be in the flying formation? Well, let's just say that it's easier to correct yourself. Especially if you go flying off the rail, if you miss a rail when you're trying to jump onto it. But as like the speed character, you can't even switch formations when you're in midair. Here, that's something I wish they could have done, you know, just at least give you the opportunity to switch formations when you're in midair. Especially since I could have saved myself of a lot, you know? But huzzah! This is actually the longest. This is probably going to be the longest video, at least for the Team Chaotix, and it's only going to get longer here because Mystic Mansion. I can't stress that enough to you guys. I hate that stage. For the life of me, I just can't. I can't even bear it. So I'm trying to think of a random tangent. Yeah, that's, well, at least related to Sonic. Oh yeah, that little video I posted with the whole Mario Kart 8. In case if you're wondering, no, I didn't record that off a Hotposh. Hell, I don't even own a Hotposh, so I can't really record Wii U games at the moment. But the reason why that video is up is because Mario Kart 8 actually has a, you know, highlights reel, and you can upload it to YouTube. I only posted that video up out of sheer experimentation. And I can only go up to like 45 seconds, unfortunately. And from what I know of, there's no way to increase the video length. Like, I can't even do a full race. If there's anyone that knows about this, at least knows about posting a longer video, please let me know. And if there's not, that's alright. I don't plan on doing like montages unless if I have a friend unless if I'm competing against a friend and I want to show it off on YouTube. But the point is, if there is a way, let me know. Well, I would it's not something I'll do often, but at least it'll be nice to know. Also, my opinions on Mario Kart 8. I'm not gonna say it's a bad game, cause trust me, it's not. It's a really good game. Unfortunately, if there's one problem that game has, if there's one problem that the Mario Kart series that has been very consistent, it's bad AI. Alongside with Mario Kart, alongside with Mario Party. It's not as bad as Mario Kart Wii. Oh, fucking blue shells. There's not a lot of blue shells going on, but I can't tell you the amount of times I got kicked out of first place, all because of a ricocheting green shell or a red shell that most players constantly have. It seems that the AI characters get every item that they need, and they constantly use it. Oh yeah, this is the part. Okay, what you basically have to do is you have to jump from rail to rail, which is only putting you at risk. It's just, you know, flying off the rail. And you have to do some platforming, which requires you to jump off the rail. Meaning that you have to make sure you're not holding down on the control stick like when you're pressing the A button. And however, I don't trust it. So what I do is I just stay in the flying formation, because rail grinding in this game, at least rail switching, is very problematic in this game. And and to those that have never played this game, you're probably thinking, oh, it's not that bad. I played Sonic 06 is way worse. True, it is worse, but I hate that. Okay. The reason why I died there, you know how those flying egg pawns have like a green tint? I thought Vector was one of the flying green egg pawns. Vector just spawned right in the middle of the rail without. I saw him coming, but I thought he was an enemy. Did they sit? I really hate it when that happens. Vector just spawns in front of me, and I thought he was an enemy. Especially since I learned now that enemies will be right in front of the rail. So normally when I see an enemy on the rail, I would just jump out of the way. But thanks to this game's oh so wonderful rail grinding physics, I just got flung to the side. I totally don't deserve that E rank, for the record. I just don't deserve it. As far as other racing games, though, well, actually, I'm gonna hold off on that for a little bit because, you know, commentary's sake. Yeah, I'm a mess. Alright, the mission here is to destroy 30 capsules. Well, do you see those cauldron-like things or whatever? You see these? Is the one I'm destroying right now? You have to destroy 30 of those. Oh, thankfully there's more than. However, there's more than you need. There's more than the needed requirement, and so it's not really too much of a big deal. You just have to be careful what you're doing, because, you know, there's a lot of bottomless pit in this level. And this is also where the whole invisibility thing comes to play. Because there's actually going to be laser doors. Where there won't be any switches, so the game kind of hints you that to use the invisibility. The thing is, though, I just never noticed it. Yeah, I know I'm kind of a dipshit for not noticing it, but still, I don't. I mean, they don't tell you about it. Then again, sorry. Then again, I'm just looking at every inch. I'm just looking at everything to complain here, because you know I'm a big criticizer. Yep. I thought I switched to the power type character. That's why I accidentally did the Rocket Excel. It's not too hard of a mission. And once again, thankfully, once you do die, they don't respawn. And so that's good. But like I was saying about other racing games. Yeah, I'm sorry. I like Mario Kart Wii, but Jesus, that game went overboard. Or with the AI. I think the Mario Kart game that has the best AI to me is Mario Kart 7. And I don't even own the game. I just played it off a friend. And with the download play feature. I played it on 100. We always played it on 150cc, and it's actually pretty good. And I never got cheated out of a win. Also, the physics in Mario Kart 8, top-notch stuff. The cart handles like a dream. Just buy the game and play it for yourself. Oh, it's actually a really good game. I recommend it. Okay, any other topic? Yeah, I'm kind of running out. As far as other games that I played, the Grand Theft Auto series, that, you know, when it comes to the modern game, guys, for me, it's 5 or bust. I'm not saying 4 is bad, but well, for the sake of everybody. But at the same time, I just think it's just not for me. All right, sorry about that cut. I actually forgot to edit out a death and a few other things, but it's not too much of an issue. Sometimes I forget. That's one thing you gotta keep in mind when you're doing a Let's Play. Hey, you know, you gotta remember, especially when you're doing like post commentary. If you want to edit something in, and for the sake of like cutting things out or adding special effects, just make sure you actually remember to do that, especially before the voiceover. Unfortunately, though, I'm not really using Audacity. Yeah, I really don't know how to work that. I can't get my voice to be clear here on that. Hey, I found the guide. Hey, I just don't know. I just don't know. You know, my voice levels are. You know, bass, treble, etc. So the Mario Kart. Actually, no, I'm kind of off that. Grand Theft Auto, to me, it's San Andreas or bust, really. Well, then again, I am kind of digging 5, and Vice City. Yeah, Vice City is what I meant. And I still think it's either of those games or bust. And honestly, GTA 4 is it's pretty much one of those really good games that I just don't really care for. To me, the cars just handle like crap, and the environments just look very gray and not really pleasing to look at. I mean, yeah, it's an M-rated game. Of course it's not, but it's a rated M game. It's Grand Theft Auto. It's not supposed to be colorful. Well, it ain't a kid's game. I mean, I'm like, kids game or not, you still gotta add color. Why do you think 5 looks so good? Wow, I'm putting like mini reviews of these games, just for the sake of, you know, commentary. But yeah, we are almost. I think we're almost there. Yeah, we're actually almost there. Here, guys. We just. Alright, this is the part where I was actually talking about with the invisibility. There's no switch to look for, so what you have to do is turn invisible and then go to the laser gate. It's not too cryptic, but nothing too obvious either. Oh yeah, watch this. Yep. That's one thing you also have to be careful about in Bullet Station. The rails are pretty much on the same height as your feet would be. So often I accidentally cling onto the rail, and as you saw there, it just led me to my death. There's really a lot of places where they could have at least checked out how some instant death areas or how it could be cheap. I don't think this is a bad game per se, but it's not a bad game. But I'll admit there are a lot of stuff. There's quite a bit of stuff that they should have looked over. At least in my eyes. But now we are getting into a rehash boss. Well, not really rehash. It's really the same thing. It's really the same boss that we fought in earlier stories.
That must be. What do we do now?
Secret weapons must be aboard that ship. Destroy it before it reaches the canyon.
Piece of cake! Ready, all cannons! Open fire!
Already seen this. Yep. Didn't need to see that boss fight for like the millionth time. But that is it for part 18, guys. In part 19, we are going to be going into Frog Forest and getting into our first stealth mission. So that being said, I'm GameMan5804, and you guys have a great day and enjoy the cutscene.
Good job, boys. Guess that Eggman was a fake after all.
Of course it was.
Wrong?
Listen carefully. There's a jungle just to the north of here. Go there immediately.
Got it.
You know what? Our client sure seems to know a lot about this Dr. Eggman guy.
Definitely an agent. A relative, perhaps.
Strangely enough, I had the same weird feeling about our client's real identity. It could be you-know-who.